Today I'm sitting right here not as a man and certainly not as a woman, not as an entertainer, not as a YouTuber. I'm here someone who needs help, someone who wants to help. Today I'm protesting against Shawn Michaels' headband. Get that thing off your head, Shawn. I want to let Shawn Michaels know that there are plenty of successful people who are also bald. You don't need hair to be successful. Spread this message around the world that Shawn Michaels doesn't need this stupid headband by using the hashtag #StillASexyBoy. And I want to thank all of you for this emotional moment. As always, yeah boy, the great one, and in today's Monday Nitro edition of Greatness of Wrestling, we are obviously going to make a Monday Nitro review, and we're going to talk about John Cena's and Daniel Bryan's situation with WWE Crown Jewel. But first, I want to start this video by talking about the tournament. WWE Crown Jewel World Cup Tournament, where every wrestler besides Rey Mysterio is an American. Someone just explain me this. I'm lost. Maybe I'm just missing something. I don't know. So in this tournament you have Raw Superstars and then you have SmackDown Superstars. In the main event you're going to have a Raw Superstar versus a SmackDown Superstar. Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley, Kurt Angle versus Dolph Ziggler. Winners of both of these matches will square off to face a SmackDown Live Superstar, in which we have Jeff Hardy versus The Miz and Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton. Same thing goes right here. And the winner gets this right here. And these are just rumors, but some people are saying that this trophy right here is even more prestigious than the Greatest Royal Rumble Championship. Now, if you haven't seen Monday Nitro, the first thing you thought about this is, where the fuck is John Cena? Like, you can seriously cannot see him right now. How did we get this gentleman right here? Well, there are actually two reasons, the fake one and the real one. When it comes to the fake reason, well, Baron Corbin thought that John Cena doesn't deserve to be in this World Cup tournament and he gave this opportunity to Bobby Lashley. And the real one, well, John Cena doesn't want to be a part of this pay-per-view because it's happening in Saudi Arabia and he doesn't want to be right here because of this journalist controversy. I think we can all respect him for that. Then again, you're missing out, John. So John Cena said goodbye to the WWE Crown Jewel pay-per-view. It's quite underwhelming that he got replaced by Bobby Lashley because the star power just doesn't match at all. Like, seriously, it just doesn't match at all. So we cannot have Randy Orton on WWE Crown Jewel, but we can always give you Sin Cara.
Bobby Lashley. Lashley.
We already talked about this situation in our previous video, but now it has been confirmed that John Cena is not gonna be a part of this pay-per-view. Most people are giving respect to John Cena, saying that he's a real American. However, not everyone has the same opinion. Mark Henry criticized John Cena by saying that he should go to the WWE Crown Jewel because he feels like he can't rob the fans. Pretty much saying that you're not giving the fans what they want. Which I assume he mentioned Saudi Arabia people, because most of the fans around the world did not wanted wrestlers to go right here. I honestly agree with both sides because, quite frankly, I don't think they should go, but at the same time, people in the crowd, they did nothing wrong. They kinda deserve to see their favorite wrestler John Cena because they paid tickets to see him, probably. I'm pretty sure there were a lot of John Cena fans who just bought the ticket to see John Cena for the first time. These people are just as innocent as you, so I can see what Mark Henry is saying, but I also understand John Cena, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Another rumored superstar to leave WWE Crown Jewel was Daniel Bryan, and we also got news about that. Well, I'm not necessarily sure because I haven't seen SmackDown yet.
Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man?
But it says that Daniel Bryan is reportedly out of Crown Jewel and a WWE Championship match is now in jeopardy. Before we talk about Monday Nitro, why don't we just respect this picture of John Cena with a beard?
Yes, we know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man.
No reason. Raw was quite interesting. The show started with Baron Corbin holding the Universal Championship. Yeah, that's something. Until he got interrupted by Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, and WWE is always hyping this as Brock Lesnar is returning to Monday Night Raw. You should watch. Well, honestly, it's the same crap every time. He's just jumping around the ring, and Paul Heyman is saying that he's going to be the next Universal Champion because he's the best. It feels like every promo is pretty much the same. Braun Strowman interferes, beats the crap out of Baron Corbin a few times, F5 to Braun Strowman, I'm gonna be the next Universal Champion. Baron Corbin says to Bobby Lashley that he's going to replace John Cena, already talked about that, terrible decision. Finn Balor vs Bobby Lashley match ended in a disqualification in which Finn Balor won the match again because Lio Rush interfered. There are a few things I will never understand in the WWE, why Baron Corbin thought that this hairstyle is good in the first place, and what WWE are doing with Finn Balor. Like honestly, when was the last time he had a decent rivalry? Come on, the man deserves it. It seems like Trish Stratus and Lita are back in the WWE possibly full time because they were a part of this 10 women tag team match in which they won. Hopefully, because I can see a lot of dream matches, for example, Trish Stratus versus Charlotte, Trish Stratus versus Sasha Banks maybe? Elias just became one of my favorite WWE wrestlers of all time because he's like this weird version of The Rock, because remember when The Rock used to have a guitar? Well, Elias has a guitar too, and he's pretty entertaining at it. So I didn't really believe that WWE could make Elias work as a babyface because honestly, the whole guitar shtick is just a heel thing to do, right? Just roast the crowd, roast the wrestler, but it seems like they made it work. He's going to roast heels right now in favor of the crowd. Well, that was easy. When it comes to the negatives, well, Jinder Mahal just jobbed to Elias. When was the last time Jinder Mahal won fair and square or won? I'm not quite sure if this is right, but I heard that he lost to Zack Ryder on Main Event. Former WWE champion. One of the longest ones. Good God. Then we got something you don't care about. A new tag team debuted called Lucha Party. I think you could have been a little bit more original with that, but they just beat the crap out of a rival. And the question I have is, what exactly are WWE are doing with the Revival? One of the best tag teams we have in the WWE, one of the most fun to watch. And they are used as pretty much Ascension 2.0. This is really sad, and I heard that Vince McMahon never watched NXT, so I can see that right now. One of the highlights of the show was Seth Rollins talking about Dean Ambrose, what happened. He said he was hurt, but he kinda understands it because maybe Dean Ambrose never forgave him for what he did to the Shield years ago. And just like I've said, yes, it makes sense for Dean Ambrose to turn heel. Dean Ambrose was standing in the crowd and he said nothing. Some people say he even stole Randy Orton's gimmick. Dolph Ziggler cut a promo claiming he's the best, and he tried to prove that by beating Apollo Crews. Well, that doesn't prove a lot, honestly. I think most of the wrestlers defeated Apollo Crews in a match, fair and square. It's sad because the man is talented, but doesn't prove a lot at this point. Let's be honest. The Brothers of Destruction cut a promo, and by the time Undertaker made his entrance, you got yourself a nice pancake. Other than that, they said how they are going to beat DX at Crown Jewel because I'm dead and I'm a demon who's also a mayor and my town is hell right now, whatever the case may be. DX music hits, Triple H is right here acting all cool and young, well he's actually not. But Shawn Michaels is nowhere to be found until he super kicked Undertaker from behind. DX is back, baby. Except we're 50. So what we learned from this Monday Night Raw? Well, Elias is probably the most entertaining thing about it, and Baron Corbin really does look better without hair. I would give this Monday Night Raw 6 out of 10. I was kind of disappointed with this Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose segment because I was expecting a little bit more. Honestly, I wanted a response from Dean Ambrose. They're kind of dragging it, which I get, but something just a little bit more would be acceptable because we want to see Dean Ambrose's character development. Anyway, that is it for today's episode of Greatness of Wrestling. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to click that like button, subscribe if you already didn't, and as always, ya boy, the Great One, peace, love, and hugs.
Man.